Hi guys, so welcome to the full spoiler reaction and review to Star Wars Rogue One. Star Wars story. We just got home and we went on the premiere tonight. What's today? 15th? 15th. And we're going to get right into spoilers. So if you don't want to be spoiled, do not watch this video. Listen to us. Listen to me, Raven, Mama Raven. Do not watch this video if you have not seen it. Don't want to be spoiled because we're going to ruin everything for you. So if you've already seen it, great. Watch this video. If for some reason you like being spoiled and don't want surprises, watch the video. Whatever floats your boat. So we'll get into it. Well, there's so much to get into. Where do we start about this? What do we...
I don't know. Just the effects were just awesome.
Well, like what we can spoil it now. What in specific was awesome to you that
they tied the old, some old clips with the new clips.
Okay, so we're gonna talk about that. So so at the very end of the movie, there's a big battle on the planet Scarif and above planet Scarif, and basically what happens is that Rogue One, without the alliances knowing, they go to Scarif to find the Death Star plans. The Alliance picks up on this and they go to help. So they sent the Red Squadron and the Blue Squadron, the Yellow Squadron in. And the coolest thing, so they tied in the old squadron leaders from A New Hope. They got footage. I don't know what they did, if they got old footage or unused footage, but they got footage of the Red Leader and the Yellow leaders from A New Hope, and they tied it into the battle as if they were there. It was that we cheered, people in the crowd, we cheered for that. That was the coolest thing that they did that. The other thing that they did with effects was that Tarkin is in this movie, and at first Krennic is talking to him, and he's looking out of a Star Destroyer window, and you see his reflection, and I'm thinking, okay, we see his reflection, we know it's him, that's as far as it's going to go. He turns around, close up on his face, and this actor, they put a digital Tarkin face over him. And he's talking, awesome. and it looked exactly like Tarkin from A New Hope.
You couldn't tell the difference.
You couldn't tell. I mean, I looked really hard, and I could see it was 3D, but holy shit, did they nail that. I mean, they did it a couple years, 10 years ago now with Revenge of the Sith with the Emperor, but this was close-up camera on the actor with Tarkin's face over it. He's having full conversations, and it was like, holy shit. And then at the end of the movie, they did it with... Who did they do it with? At the end of the movie. Who did they put...
Oh, Leia.
They did it
Princess
with Princess Leia's
yes.
at the very end of the movie, and they did the same thing with the actress. Digitally imposed old school A New Hope Leia's face over the actor, and that was...
When she got the plans, they gave her the plans, and all of a sudden you turn around, and there she is.
And there she is, exactly. And that was just so freaking cool. They had other cameos in the movie, too, and you didn't pick up on it, and I mentioned it. There's a part where Jyn is going through a crowd of people. She bumps into someone, and the guy turns around and he goes, "Hey, I'm wanted," and before he gets to finish, Captain Nero's like, let's go, let's go. It's the guy, and I can't think of his name, but he's from A New Hope. He's in the bar with Obi-Wan, and Obi-Wan cuts his arm off in the beginning of the movie. He's in this movie. Him and his bodyguard, alien, whatever the fuck he is. They're in the movie, and that was cool. What other cameos did they do besides that? I mean, they had Mon Mothma, the rebel leader, the young actress. They had Bail Organa come back. They had some other admirals from the old movies that they just got actors that look very close to them to play the parts, and that was really cool. What else? Oh, you can go over this. What happened with Darth Vader?
Oh, he is a badass. He is such a badass. They had a scene at the end, and he just freaking kicks ass.
So basically, at the end of the movie, they get the plans to the rebels, and the rebels are like, it's like hot potato with the plans. They're like passing it to the next guy, the next guy. Darth Vader comes in this hallway, and he just mowed these poor souls down.
You can see the fear in their faces. They were like, holy shit.
Yeah, they were running.
I'm going to die.
They were trying to get away from him, and he was just slaughtering them left and right. Finally, they got the plans to the Tantive 5 crew, and the Tantive 5 crew, they got right out of there. And as soon as they jumped to hyperspace, that was the end of the movie. and that's exactly where A New Hope picks up. Darth Vader is actually at the very end of the movie. They take off, they go into light speed, and Darth Vader is he's on the bridge of the bigger ship that the Tantive 5 left from, and he's watching them leave, and that's how the movie ends like that. So it just goes directly into New Hope, where Darth Vader just immediately goes in and he chases them down, and that was just really cool.
And now I want to see New Hope, because now I can watch. It's like the whole thing ties everything.
It's like one movie now. Rogue One and A New Hope are one movie if you watch them straight, because the end of A New Hope directly leads into the beginning. The end of Rogue One leads directly into the beginning of New Hope. So that's just really cool. What else did they show about Darth Vader that I thought was really cool that you didn't know about, but I brought it up during the movie? Where did we first see Darth Vader?
Oh, when he was in the tank.
Okay, yeah, so there's a scene in the trailer everyone was wondering where there's someone in a tank and there's a guy in a robe and everyone thought it might be the Emperor. No. Well, what it is actually they show Darth Vader's castle. And that castle has been featured in old EU, which is now Legacy. That Darth Vader has a castle on a lava planet. And they showed it, and it is exactly how I remember, because in one of the games you go there, I want to say it's Jedi Academy, you go there, Darth Vader, when they first see him, he's in a Bacta tank. I guess he has to get regular treatment for his scars, burns, everything, and they basically inform him that Director Krennic has landed. So we see briefly his face without the mask, very briefly. And then Darth Vader comes out in his suit and talks to Krennic, which was really cool that they showed his castle. So, what was your favorite part of the movie that, we can talk about whatever. You told me about this, but explain what happens.
I love it. When the rebels are coming in, they take the Hammerhead ship.
The Hammerhead, they call it the Hammerhead.
And they take it and they're ramming this other ship that rams into another ship. It's just awesome the way they did it.
So basically, the Hammerhead from the Knights of the Old Republic games has now been put into the movie. It is now officially a real ship, and they use that ship to ram into a Star Destroyer that they disabled earlier in the battle. And that Star Destroyer rams into another Star Destroyer, which then takes everything down. Hello. Which then takes everything down, and they ram it into what? What they ram it into? They ram it into the base that controls the shields for planet Scarif. So that they can
take the plans.
So that they can
need to upload those plans.
Exactly. So that they got the plans, and they're like, well, how do we get it to the rebels? They're like, we need to beam it up from the top of the tower. They're like, well, we can't do that until the shields go down. So that's what they did. They take the Hammerhead rams into a Star Destroyer, which rams into another Star Destroyer, and those Star Destroyers go down and obliterate the station that's controlling the shields for the planet, and that was really cool.
That was awesome. Everybody's like, yeah.
Yeah, anytime the rebels came in and saved the day, the whole crowd was just cheering for them. It was really cool. So let's talk about, let's just get out the way. Everyone dies. Everyone dies. Yeah, all the Rogue One guys die. Jyn Erso's father dies. And every death I thought was done.
She dies. At the end, that was really cool. They were together. And
I think, but all the deaths were really, really well done.
Yeah.
I don't think any of the deaths were pointless or not impactful.
And they did it, and they got their mission done, which was the coolest thing of all.
Yeah, they got their mission done, but they all died. Yeah. Everyone died differently, which was cool. The first person that died was K2SO. The droid, he died, and everyone was real. Actually, I was like, wow, that really sucks, because he went out guns blazing, protecting them.
He really, I felt bad for him.
And then Cassian and Jyn die at the end together on the beach.
Yeah.
The Death Star comes. So if anyone's wondering, the Death Star fires twice in the movie. They blow up Jeddah in the beginning. They're still they're testing the laser. They haven't used it to blow up. The first planet they blow up is Alderaan in A New Hope, which we know. But they did use it twice in the movie to blow up. They blew up Jeddah, and then when Scarif was basically done for, they knew they were going to lose it, and they didn't want the plans to go to the rebels. They blew up Scarif.
Yep.
Well, they blew up the base on Scarif. They didn't blow up the planet. So when they blow up the base, Jyn and Andor cannot escape, and they basically resign to their fate on the beach. That at least they did their mission. and they die together, hugging each other, which was really sweet. It was really good.
Which that was really sad.
Yeah. Jin's father dying was really, really, really sad.
I know, but at least one thing, at least he got to see that she was alive, and she got to talk to him. At least that he was alive, so that at least that part was cool.
Yeah, it was really good. All the deaths were really good. Everyone went out pretty cool. I felt bad for the Imperial pilot, the defector. He got blown up. Like it's like everyone
really too.
Yeah, I mean, part of it was like convenient. Everyone got their mission done and then they died. Like no one died doing the mission. They died after. So like his job was to get the communication set up so that they can tell the fleet what's going on, so the fleet can take down the shield generator floating over the planet. And he dies like right after he does that. They throw a grenade into the ship and blow him up. He has no chance of escaping that.
Yeah. Well, actually, they didn't throw a grenade.
Yeah,
I thought the guy shot the guy and the guy had the
that was the bodyguard of Donnie Yen's character, the guy with the big Gatling gun. Yeah, he goes out because Donnie Yen dies,
You're right.
And then he's just mowing down the Death Troopers. He shoots a Death Trooper with a grenade in his hand, and they all blow up. But the pilot, the defector,
you're right.
They throw a grenade into the ship, and he looks at it, and he's like, "Oh shit!" And then he blows up and he dies. So yeah, I thought it was weird that the leader of the rebel attack was not Admiral Akbar. It was another alien. You know, Admiral Akbar. It's a trap, but it was not him. It was a different character, which I thought was strange that they did not put him in there. Yeah, especially since he was in Force Awakens in a cameo. But I thought it was really weird that they did not include him, and they put a different Mon Calamari alien as the admiral.
Yeah.
But I guess he dies because his ship is the one that the rebels leave out of at the end. Because he did not escape, correct? Remember at the end they're all jumping to light speed, and all of a sudden Darth Vader's Star Destroyer comes out at light speed. And the ships that are leaving, like one rams into it and blows up, and then I think they capture that ship, and then that's the ship that the rebels leave out of. So I think maybe that's why they did that, because he dies or he gets captured or whatever.
Oh, I don't know.
But it should have been Akbar though. That would have been really cool to do Admiral Akbar. What else? What else did you like about the movie that we can talk about here? Your favorite part, we already said, was the part where the Hammerhead hits the Star Destroyers.
Yeah, that was really awesome. And also I liked when they put the cover over his head.
Oh yeah.
And he goes, "Are you kidding me? I'm blind."
So there's a part in the movie where they're trying to get to Saul Guerrero, which is played by, what is his name? What is the actor's name? Saul Guerrero's character, the black guy. Oh, what is his name? Forrest Whitaker. Thank you. Where they go to find him, and he's like a militant, and his group captures them. And Donnie Yen, whose character is blind, they put a sack over his head. He's like, "I'm blind!" And and that was really funny, actually.
I thought it was really cool. I just loved him.
Donnie Yen was so cool. His character,
from the beginning to the end, he was just a bad.
I was really hoping, because at the end of the movie, before he dies, he has his walking stick or whatever, and at the very top of it is like this metal-looking thing, and it looked like a lightsaber. Did you notice that? And I was really hoping that at the very end of the movie, like before he died, he would use it. I don't know, it doesn't seem like he's a Jedi, he's just Force sensitive, but they focused on it, and I thought it was weird, and I was like, maybe he has like a cane lightsaber or something, but no, he dies before anything happens, so we'll never know. Or maybe that's just me looking too into it, I don't know, but... So, what else? I'm trying to think of other things that struck out to me. I love those cameos from those pilots. That was really cool that they did that. Darth Vader's scene was amazing. And he wrecked them. They got wrecked. What else?
Wrecked. He just kicked ass. Get wrecked.
Yeah. What else?
I think so.
I think
well, at least the really, really good parts, important parts.
Yeah. I thought all the space battles were really cool. They were really well done. All the
scenery, I just love the way everything looked, the way they did.
Okay,
everything.
Here's the thing I'll bring up, and I noticed it. You won't know this, but so there's a part in the movie where it's toward the middle, where they're going to find Jin's father, and they're going to a base on a planet that's like it's raining there, and they're like going under mountains for cover. It's really interesting that when they're flying, the Imperial pilot, who's the defector, he goes, "You need to fly lower because the radars will detect you." That, to me, was an homage to Rogue Squadron, which was a game on Nintendo 64 back in the day. And there's a mission in there where you have to go to an Imperial base. And actually, I think in another game, Rogue Squadron named the same, where you have to fly low to avoid radar detection. So that brought that to my mind, because I remembered that. And I was like, I wonder if that's an homage or if that's just a coincidence. But, yeah, that was something that stuck out to me. Forrest Whitaker dies in, like, the first half of the movie, so he doesn't do anything. He doesn't you don't even see him fight at all. I thought he was
there. They blow up the whole
city. They blow up the city,
whole city,
and he cannot escape either. So he just kind of resigns to his fate and dies.
I don't think he could have escaped because they could have got him out of it. But I think he was just so tired of fighting.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's the thing though. They didn't even show him fighting at all. He didn't fight once in the movie.
No.
They just talked about it, and it's interesting because his character is from the Clone Wars. His character is actually from the Clone Wars TV show.
I've never seen the Clone Wars.
So
I have to watch that.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that.
Another thing you won't pick up on, but I did. There's a part where they're on Yavin, which was really cool that they were on Yavin because that's where they stage the Death Star attack in A New Hope. Remember, they're trying to blow up Yavin.
Yeah.
So every time they're on that planet, it was really interesting. They're like going through the base, and on the intercom, they're calling for General Syndulla, and I think they're talking about. Why can't I think of her first name? There's a character in Rebels. Her last name is Syndulla, and I can't think of her, but she is an officer in the Republic. I'm not the Republic, the Alliance. And so it's interesting that was like in the background they were calling. I think it was for her that they were calling for. And that was just like a little kind of like Easter egg type thing that I heard. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Like they added that in. What other little things were there that I noticed? I think that was it. I didn't like the Star Destroyers were just so white. The Star Destroyers were like this really, really bright white color.
Yeah, it was a little.
And in my mind, they're supposed to be gray.
Gray.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were gray, but they were just.
They're
light,
really bright.
They were just a light-ish.
I didn't like
gray,
that. It was too glaring to me, and it looked like that looked. It didn't look fake because it looked real. But just the fact that they were so white, so perfect looking, I didn't like that. It bothered me. And it didn't bother me, but it was something I noticed. So yeah, I'm trying to think of my favorite. I think my favorite part was just the last hour of the movie.
Oh,
that last hour was just...
It had you on your seat.
The whole...
It was like, please do... I mean, everybody was just rooting for them.
Yeah, I mean, they make it. Oh, and C-3PO and R2-D2 were in the movie.
Yeah, they showed them
They showed them, I think they showed them on Yavin.
3CP, yeah.
Before the battle begins, which was cool.
As they were
they were taking off, out. Yeah. So that was all the cameos I can think of that we saw. In that last half of the movie. The whole Scarif battle was just... The ground battle where you brought it up.
Ground battle, the air battle. I mean, it was just...
Everything was just great. The way they handled Darth Vader was awesome. They made him a scary motherfucker. You know, when he came in at the end, his Star Destroyer just ran through ships. Remember they were trying to leave? And he just came out and they just rammed into his ship and he was just taking everyone down after that. Would have been nice if he would have came into Super Star Destroyer, but I think at that point it wasn't built yet. But that would have been really cool. But, so yeah.
But all we have to say is you have to go.
Yeah.
You have to go watch
We're going to see it again.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we will see it again.
And then after that, watch New Hope.
Yeah. And then after that, we'll watch New Hope. And we didn't... They were selling all kind of cool stuff at our theater, so we got like a Scarif Trooper cup or whatever for opening night. And they had it was like a Death Star popcorn bowl.
Yeah.
It was like a big Death Star that opened in half and there was popcorn in it. We didn't get that, but we got my Scarif Trooper cup. So it was a lot of fun. I'm glad we went.
Absolutely.
Like last year we went on opening night and it was a lot of fun. So this was just as fun.
I think more.
More fun?
Yeah.
I liked it because we went with a big group last time, which was nice.
Yeah, but this one was just awesome.
So good.
Yeah.
So
Better
than Force.
So.
Mom.
I think so.
I think it was better than Force Awakens too. It was definitely way more original. Way more original, I think.
Absolutely.
So, and one thing I really did like is every time they were in like a big city, and they showed all the stuff going on, and just people doing their stuff. I mean, that really kind of like was Star Wars to me. All these different aliens, they were selling all kind of shit, and there's just all this stuff going on. I like that ambience around them, like that makes this universe look alive. And I really liked it. I also liked that this was the first time, let me think. Yeah, this was the first time that we saw an Imperial occupation of a city. Jeddah, the Star Destroyers just looming over Jeddah, and there's just stormtroopers just all over the place interrogating people, and they have that city completely locked down.
They sure did.
And that's part of their mission, was to infiltrate the city, and they finally did it. But yeah, that was the first time we've seen like Imperial occupation of a city in full force, and rebels just coming out. Like kind of reminded me of like Americans versus the English, where like the Americans were like hit and run, like guerrilla warfare type thing.
They
like
were ready for them.
Once I'm saying the Empire was coming into the city, and then the rebels, Saw Gerrera's group, they just ambushed them, and they were jacking them up, and they didn't see anything coming. And even at the end of the movie, when they went on Scarif, they ambushed them again because they snuck in and they planted all those bombs all over the place.
Yep. They did some major damage.
Yeah.
That's for sure. For as few of them as it was,
Yeah. So it was really good. The only other thing... Oh, so let's talk about Krennic real quick. The director, the one in the white uniform that was like the main villain, kind of. What did you said you didn't like his character?
No, I just didn't care for him.
Didn't care for him.
Why. I just didn't.
He was an asshole, for sure.
Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why I didn't care for him.
I mean, yeah, and then he almost dies, like...
10 times.
In the beginning of the movie, he gets shot. In the middle of the movie, or toward the end of the movie, he gets shot. And then at the end, he gets shot again, he finally dies. I mean, he gets shot. I mean, he's like a bullet hose. Darth Vader chokes him to prove a point.
Right. Yeah.
But I actually liked him because his whole character throughout the entire movie is that he is completely pissed off that Tarkin is going to take over the Death Star, not him. That is his whole thing. His whole thing is like, will you tell the Emperor that I did a good job?
One that he did
yeah, he's like, will you tell the Emperor that I did a good job? The whole movie, that's his whole point. And then Tarkin is going to take away his power over the Death Star, and he is not happy about that. So he thinks he deserves all the credit, and he will not let anyone stand in his way of that. So that was his whole purpose of the movie. But yeah, what did you think of the Death Troopers?
Wow.
I mean, and it was funny because as soon as the Death Troopers hit the field on Scarif,
like,
the rebels ran. They just mowed. The Death Troopers were mowing them down. Yeah. So it looks like there was only one squad of Death Troopers, and they were just with Krennic, so they were all wiped out during this attack. So that's why you don't see them in the movies. So it makes sense now. I guess they got around that. So any last closing things that you liked about the movie? Or what did you not like about the movie? What is something you didn't like? I can't think of something.
I don't think there was anything I didn't like. I loved everything. I loved the scenery. I loved the effects. I just loved the whole story. I liked all the characters. In the group. Yeah. All the characters in the group were really good. I just liked everything about the movie.
And they had a big mixed cast, which was nice.
Yeah. So
we had Asian, we had Hispanics, we had English, we had Americans, we had Black people. I like that. It was really diverse. And it makes sense because the Alliance is a bunch of rebels from different parts of the galaxy. So we have all these mixture of people in there. And I liked that a lot. It was really cool.
It was.
I think that's it. Yeah, I can't think of anything I didn't like about the movie. I'll probably think of something, but the only thing I didn't like about the movie was the fact that the Star Destroyers were so white. If that's the only thing I can think of.
Oh, when you weren't crazy about the music.
I didn't like the music. Okay, thanks. I forgot about it. Yeah, I did not like the music. It was not done by John Williams, and there was no memorable theme in this movie that I can think of. And I said this in the other video, so I have to watch it again. Like when I watched Force Awakens again, I liked it more the second time. I paid attention to other. So when we watch this again, I'll do the same thing. I'll listen and really pay attention to certain things. Now that I know what happens.
Because The Force Awakening, when I first watched it, I thought it was, remember?
Yeah.
I thought it was all right. And then when I watched it the second time, then I kind of got more of a feel of what the actual movie was supposed to be about.
Yeah.
And then I really liked it. The first time I wasn't crazy.
And we already like this one, so we'll probably like it more.
Probably.
Or we'll go watch it and we'll find things that we don't like.
No, I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so.
All right, so is anything else we want to add? Or?
No, I think we covered everything.
So our point is, go watch the movie.
Absolutely.
Go watch it.
You have to go watch it.
You have to, if you love Star Wars, you have to go watch it. It was really awesome. And yeah, we're really happy that we went, and we'll be going again. Right? So
definitely.
Hope you all enjoyed this. And like I said, see it and comment down below. I'll open the comments floodgates if you guys want to comment spoilers. This was a spoiler video. Comment, talk about whatever you want, conspiracy theories, what have you. And just, we'll all talk about it together. So until next time,
we're out.
We're out. Why does no one know my catchphrase at the end of the movie?
Xeon out!
Xeon out? That is... Sing Xeon.